We're gonna get ready to go, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so the standard rollout. We're pretty bad at this mid fight, but we decided to stick with Uber this game because, like, I kind of like crits to mid on this map because it gives you like an incentive to like get aggressive at like a good time. It's kind of hard to go otherwise unless your sniper gets killed, but we're pretty bad with crits later on in the round, so we decided to stick with Uber. And Cabler walks in the pipe spam right away, so that was our first big mistake in the game. Yeah, so we get fucked. I call that we should just go aggressive and try to get whatever we can, because the way the spawn waves work, once they cap the point, you know, we'll be able to do anything. But Tech actually gets some nice kills looking at the scoreboard, so that delays things a little bit. However, unfortunately, we're not able to get their medics. They have full Uber advantage, so nice shots by Tech. Wow. Yeah, but we're already at a big disadvantage in this round. I mean, yeah, that's kind of a mistake by Cabler. One of his flaws is occasionally he walks into too much pipe spam. And, you know, very early in the game, you know, you might still not be fully warmed up, you know. But, I think we get better over time this game. So, we're trying to just slow push in because we see an opportunity and force them, and we do force them. I realize I'm going to die here, but I don't think that's that big a deal. I mean, on offense, your respawns are so much faster. So this was like the equivalent of a suicide, only rather than building and spawn, we kind of took people out because we wanted to see if we could get kills with it as well. Because they weren't holding like it super, like we felt like we had the opportunity. Right now we just need everyone to stay alive so that we can push with our 9. People wait to stay alive until we're ready to push. So we're just starting to work our way up. We did lose our sniper. Actually, at this point, because we lost the sniper, we might actually, yeah, and we lose our scout. So I think we're just gonna wait for Uber here since we're so close. But I think it's I think we're gonna have like a 40 advantage, but it's not huge, so we have to go pretty soon. Normally I like to have scouts in these Ubers to like help chase down their medics. Unfortunately we do not have that option available to us because yeah, our scout died right before we pushed. I don't know why Cabler ran ahead of me, but we get out anyways. They're looking like they want to come back in with Uber, but they're kind of going a little soon. They didn't wait for their players to get back up, so we should be able to kite this fairly easily. Like, again, like solo demo Uber's not going to get a ton. It's usually best to have a frag class. That was really stupid of me. I should not have done that. Like I said, early on in the match, things get better. If I had stayed alive there, we could have like instantly repushed. Like you see, Tech got a kill, Johnny got a kill. And Cabler stands on the sight line and gets killed by Stones. I think Stones was on the little like left platform and he just shot past the little bridge right there on the Cabler. We call to go anyways because we actually have numbers on fragging classes even though we don't have a med. So we do push. I die, but I do some damage, and we actually do fairly well here. It's important now that the players we have up meet back with our medic and just play heals, because it's very likely they're going to sack. That seems to be what's happening. Yeah, that was a pretty good push. I mean, sometimes when you have numbers but you don't have a medic, it's still a good idea to go. If you go fast enough, the heals won't really matter, and you can like win before the medic heals. Because the medic heals without crit heals at 24 damage, like a second. You can do more damage than that a second as like any class in the game. So you know, stay Uber in, but it's again not the most effective of Ubers. They either need to milk it longer, like until they get to us, or I don't know, maybe have more people in it, or just go for kills other than me and our medic. But again, am I gonna die here? This is, yeah. Me and Sneaky, I think, got a little overextended given how close we were to Uber, but it's fine. Again, like it doesn't matter as much when you die when you don't have the point as opposed to when you do. Like we'll be up right now. We still have Uber advantage. I don't remember this specific moment, but I'm 90% sure I'm gonna be calling for a scout to be in this Uber with us. I like to use this time to try to figure out where the sniper is to see if we can milk it a little bit. That's why I'm running over to the right. Oh my god, yeah, that's just kind of unfortunate. Like, he had like a quarter-second window because I was right about to be Ubered, you know? And that's a time where as a demo you're not really worrying about spies because you think, oh, I'm just going to be invulnerable. So that was a nice pick by Feint. Like, it's pretty hard for me to do anything about that, but yeah, good play by him. We're winning this, but Cabler goes down. Luckily, Sneaky kills their medic, so I guess their whole team overcommitted a little bit for our med, but we're still at a pretty big time disadvantage this round. Just goes to show how important it is to win the mid fight. Let's see how this goes. This really important that everyone stays alive here, because if we lose any players, it can snowball really quickly. Oh, I hate snipers. Takes so long for Cabler to heal me for some reason. There we go. I see that mini, but I don't really want to dep my trap on the point. Maybe I should, just to get damage on them, but I figure it's pretty far back, and we're playing far back, so it doesn't matter that much. Hey, crits here, it looks like. Do we have Uber in time or no? Guess we don't. Yeah, we actually weren't even anywhere close. Cause oh yeah, their medic spawned before ours because they both died and then we capped the point. So that was a good call by them to go crits. But really, it was really just finishing off the time advantage they already had. I was hoping that Telly was like level 3. Luckily, we managed to just get Uber in time and actually recap this. This is pretty good by us. Like, we were pretty lucky that we got it right in time, and then our medic didn't die to the crits. That was good positioning from Cabler. The problem is their medic got out, so I think they have... Did he get out? I'm pretty sure he did, so I think they have crits advantage now. Yeah, we have to play this very smart. Like, when they crits in, you see them on the right. When they crits in, we have to get on them, but what happens is this spy like body blocks us, and while I'm dealing with him, they kill like our flank with crits. Like, we saw them going on the right, but we couldn't meet them and spam them out because of that spy, so... I'm doing whatever I can here, but we get overwhelmed. And we lose the first round. So not the best round for me. They focused me a lot, but I don't think I played the best that round. I overextended a couple times, but also just in general our team felt a little sluggish, like we were letting our medic die a little bit too much. One thing I want to say is I know Giraffe likes to roll out really fast like this. I don't prefer that option, because I feel like yeah, like look at that. I hit him with one stick, he tech gets a single body shot, and then suddenly he's dead. So I want to go really aggressive on that. And I'm trying to do so. We're gradually winning. This is really important that the rest of us try to focus on keeping our medic alive here, which we're doing for the time being, so that's good. I think their medic got out. Unlike a lot of other mid-fights, getting your medic out is a pretty big priority on Viaduct, because you can just kind of repush. On a 5 CP, oftentimes it's more important just to commit everyone, but if you can keep your medic alive on Viaduct mid, that's pretty solid. Like, it means you're in no way out of the rounds. But if their medic lives and yours dies, and they have a full Uber advantage, they can usually get like half a minute to a minute off the clock right away. And so it's pretty hard to win the round even right away. So keeping your medic alive is pretty important. Yeah. We're doing kind of a passive hold. I only like to do an aggressive hold on this map when they like literally wipe and you have time to set up. We didn't really practice it, to be honest. We didn't have a lot of our starters this week, otherwise we might have worked on hold. They get forced really early though, and we're milking this like a motherfucker, so I definitely want to chase down their medic here. Or if I can't get him, at least get a lot of fragging classes. Yeah, they're gonna have a tiny Uber advantage here, but that's fine, it's worth it. Like, that pillow that hit their soldier actually killed their NG. And that soldier's the last one up, so... Just lol, just wanted to chase him down. I think I wanted to do a forward hold here, but then we realized that our heavy was dead, so we choose not to after all. Otherwise we would have done it there, because like I said, they wiped, but without our heavy we didn't feel comfortable taking the cliff. So we're doing kind of a passive hold. Their medic pops earlier, so technically he should have a tiny advantage. Then again, he wasn't really healing as he ran out, so I don't know. It's probably just gonna be Uber v Uber. They do some sort of weird sack. I don't really like sacking unless the other team has Uber and you don't. Otherwise, I think it's better to just push and hope that your better spawns will win you the point after a while, because like any trades you get will be in your favor with the way spawn advantages work on Viaduct. So if I were them, I would have just pushed there before we got Uber and before they had Uber too. But instead they wait. Now we have an Uber to defend the point, and they gave us a lot of time. Like, we look at our time advantage. Full 2 minutes on the clock. Force them early, and I'm kind of trying to kite this as long as I possibly can. So their medic dies. That Enchi's really hurt. I call that. So, yeah, I think we pretty much wiped them there. When there's this little time left, it's really important that your demo stays alive and just put some sort of trap on the point, because it's like the most assured kills ever, because you know they have to get up the point, so you'll almost always get at least one kill when there's that little time left. And it's really important that the rest of your team stays alive. Rather than standing in front of the point, but they stand sort of around the point, let their team get on it, and then you jump them, because you know they're all going to be in one place. They can't like dodge by running away, they have to get on the point. It's such bad position. You see, like, I can just do this. Easy. You know, like, that takes very little skill. It takes game sense, but it takes very little DM ability. And I just got 5 kills right there, you know. That's the way you have to play the point as demo when there's that little time left. So you see their demo showing that rollout, which, again, I'm not a fan of. And I knew he was going to do that, because I watched Ruin's stream against them, and I saw that that was the way he liked to play it. And I had played against Draft before, and I knew that that was something he liked to do. So I just didn't think that was a really good strat. Somehow they still win this mid, though. I think their demo just backed all the way up, they focused heals on him, and meanwhile their sniper got some nice picks, and they're heavy, got a couple overextending people, and then suddenly they just repushed numbers. I mean, when you don't immediately kill their demo and punish him, I guess it's a little harder to capitalize on that damage. But even so, I feel like we should have won the mid based on that. So I don't really know what happened. I felt like I did my part, but you know what happens. So here we should just... nice stab by Rainy on their demo, but yeah, we should just be pushing Uber v Uber, try to trade the Ubers out of the way, and then repush with our better numbers now with the demo. But even got better spawns. And Tech gets their medic, so this is a free Uber. We may or may not have had to pop, but it doesn't really matter. We just need to start getting time off. I see ninjas fighting that soldier, so I gotta help them, but their soldier backs out. There's no point in chasing. Your life is a lot more important when you have the point than the guy who doesn't have the point, so you don't want to take unnecessary risks. But there is such a thing as a necessary risk. That wasn't one of them. Their heavy gets sniped. That's a big pick for them. They should honestly just be pushing here. I don't know. Oh. I'm at tick 51,513. What are you at? Wow, maybe my FPS is just lower than yours or something. Okay, let's just see how this goes. Yeah, go to 51,513.
For those of you who are wondering, I'm resyncing up with Mustard here. We kind of got off sync, so.
Well, yeah, we'll just see if it's the way. Tell me when you're ready. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, Tech headshots their demo. That's probably what you thought we were out of sync because I hadn't called that yet. But yeah. So nice pick by him. That'll help their push. And we did a good job focusing their demo. Before this map, I said focus their demo, focus their sniper, focus their spy, and we should be fine. Because the demo puts on the most damage, and the sniper and spy get a lot of med picks, and we're losing our medic too much in scrims, so... They pop crits. That was a nice reaction pop by Cabler. Unfortunately, they get a bunch of people behind us, and we don't really... Oh, actually, that pill just killed their medic. That was pretty funny. So I'm gonna die here. I felt like I had the option to chase. Unfortunately, just a couple people right behind us got hit by the crit sticky. I don't know if that was their fault or Cabler's. Doesn't really matter, though. So the point is, their crits was a little more successful than it should have been, given that we popped some time, but we can still repush this, and I got their medic, so we shut heals first. I think I might even be telling my team to push now without me. Maybe not. We might actually wait for Uber because we have advantage and we have a lot more time than them. That's a possibility when you have the time advantage. I don't like waiting for Uber when you have a disadvantage on the time, though. Nice shots by Stones. He played really well this game. He was definitely the carry on their team. Tech played really well too, though, so it wasn't like Stones dominated the sniper fight. So yeah, that soldier goes down. that's not a very successful thing. I get backstabbed. That's the times where I really should be watching out for the spy, like right before a push. But again, because it's right before a push, I'm like kind of looking to go forward, so it's just a good window for him. They just managed to get Uber in time. I mean, they switched back to Uber after the crits, so we really should have had advantage. I guess we got delayed too much with that soldier and me getting backstabbed, but post Uber we should be re-pushing because we have the point. I mean, not the point, we don't have the point, rather. Their heavy just killed our medic, though. But Ninja gets a nice fix. I tell my team that I can't fight right now, but if they should keep fighting, I'll be back in like 1 second. So Ninja goes down to their demo, but I think Skag is able to kill? No, Rainy kills him, actually. But this is still pretty good for us. We're still getting better spawns, so... I mean, until we cap it right there, so we're good. I, of course, go back to meet our medics so we can start building and start getting heals. People should really stay alive here, now that we have the point. We didn't have the option to keep pushing forward because we didn't have enough people there. I hear their sniper's from China, so I shoot him once. They build a mini there, but it's tough to spam out that mini because there's snipers with it, you know. The sniper helps the mini, and the mini helps the sniper. That's like often a very good strategy on Vita. They do a lot of pipe spam though. They have Uber here. I didn't realize they had advantage, so I got caught out here. Luckily, our medic oh, this is the crazy moment. Cabler, if you saw, survived with 1 health and manages to get out. I think that was our fault for completely losing track of the fact that they have advantage and playing way too far forward. But that was sick that Cabler managed to survive there. That was huge, because I don't remember if we win this round or not, but if we win this round, that was huge. Let's see what happens. So Tech headshot their demo. That's a pretty big pick. Their sniper's kind of watching us, so we probably have to go. We're gonna cap it here. They're gonna have Uber advantage again, but ideally the trade of the point should work out for us if we play this right. Like, they Uber back in, we run away, they cap the point, then we re-Uber, cap it, and win. So, if we play this right, this should be our round just by like the way the nature of the trades works. Like, we'll have Uber to re-push if we do it right. So let's see what happens. Like, look, they pop here. We're gonna let them recap it because we know we're gonna have Uber advantage. They're not gonna get to our medic here. Actually, wait, we might not get Uber in time. We may or may not. But I see that heavy's kind of exposed. Yeah, we're gonna get Uber in time. I don't know what I'm talking about. I realize we're at 80% Uber. If we just keep our medic alive, we can re-push right at the last second, cap it, and win. So, ideally that's what should happen. If they play it right, they can back really far up and then collapse on the point at the last second. We'll see how it goes. I start lagging a little bit here, but not the biggest deal in the world. I call my scouts focus to Pyro. Another good reason to always take scouts and Ubers more than a lot of teams do. Johnny gets a nice player kill on their medic. I didn't see that, but yeah. I guess we win this round. Yeah, I don't see us losing it. Yep, round goes to us. So at this point I say let's win out at the half. I tell my team that 3-1 is pretty much, they're not going to come back from it, but 3-2 they could still come back. Unfortunately, spoiler alert, we start losing rounds. Let's see why. So I get sniped here. It might look stupid that I'm exposed to the cliff, but that was the first round that their sniper went cliff, so I think it was okay that I was there, as long as I don't make that mistake in future rounds. It's kind of hard on this mid because their sniper has a bunch of good sightlines, so it's hard to stay out of all of them and still do damage. So in the future I won't go that same angle, but there I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world. So we're just chilling here waiting for Uber because they lived on mid, so we're gonna Uber be Uber. We're trading Ubers right here. Luckily Tix gets some good kills on the flank. That's really what you want to happen when you have the point. Like, right when the Ubers are starting to fade, your flank classes get some nice kills. Tix actually completely demolished them single-handedly, but even if he had only gotten the first kill or two, I think we still would have re-pushed it successfully. Like, a lot of teams do that because when it's Uber v Uber, they want half their team to stay out of the Uber, and then if your flank goes like really aggressive on them on the side, which is worth the risk because you don't have the point, so you have better spawns, you can easily kill those people, and then you just push back in with numbers. definitely not a good idea to go for stack plays on Viaduct when you have Uber too. Just burns too much time. You just hope you have a good Uber trade. I see him starting to come back in, and I didn't even see that sniper. You see, that's a ridiculous angle. I think he was at like the base of Cliff Johnny, you know? That was, yeah. We still Uber. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know. Yeah, Johnny just told me he's muted on stream, by the way. You don't have to be, you know, dude. You can commentate this too if you want. Oh. So yeah, they recap the point, but we have enough numbers to like repush quickly, so we're gonna try to do that. Like sometimes you just have to go on the dot as soon as he responds. That was a little unfortunate for Ninja. He got a little too far forward, but that was not a rocket that any scout expects to eat from that angle. It's pretty funny actually. I think they have Uber here, but Johnny does a good job of stopping them, and we know that they have Uber. It's so important that you get good calls as to their Uber advantages. So I go back in basically instantly because I see that they're really clustered up, and D-Flame flanks our medic and kills him, but we're still going to recap the point. I think we let their medic get out here, though. So yeah, that might have been a slight misplay by, I don't know if it was their scout or a heavy or a medic, but like, you kind of have to expect them to, I guess they're heavy here. Yeah, I guess that was a risk I thought I could take, but yeah, you kind of have to expect them to go for your med when you're like winning a fight and they see the opportunity. We should have done a better job protecting our medic there, because they lost the fight, but their medic got out, so they have Uber advantage now. Sneaky somehow kills their medic though, hiding in a crazy corner, so that's pretty awesome. He likes to do those plays, as anyone who's ever seen our team play sure knows. So we're probably going to lose this point here, but we have more time and Uber advantage, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. I'm just trying to delay as long as possible, just to get a bit more time. I think I get a little too far forward here though, yeah, this is definitely, wow. Yeah, someone hits our medic with a splash damage and he gets knocked into a sniper sight on a body shot, so that was kind of my fault, I guess, for committing our medic too far there, and I got air shot there when I tried to suicide. But yeah, we'd lose this round, spoiler alert, and that was definitely the pivotal reason. Remember, Ninja was telling us that we shouldn't commit too hard. I was just trying to spam them a little bit to delay it, but we ended up just getting just a little bit, just a tiny bit too greedy, and at the platinum level, you are going to get punished for that. And Cabler, I guess, didn't realize that I didn't want him to be that far forward, just didn't say it, and yeah, we paid the price. And yeah, their soldier likes to hide on that thing, which, you know, I didn't know that before I just got killed, but now I know, and now I will incorporate that into my play for the rest of the game. And we're getting some nice around here, but they have Uber, I'm pretty sure. We're gonna have to force them and back up. That's probably our best play here. They let us get a lot of kills before they Uber though, and I think they just popped, so we're still getting, yeah, they popped. And we got a lot of kills. We can go back in, ideally we go back in right now, don't even have to use our Uber, and then have an Uber to defend the point. Let's see if that's how it works out or not. So I can kill everyone on their team, but I can't kill a mini. That's life of a demo for you. So I hit some nice kills. The NG's really hurt. And this is now flipped around where it looks like a good situation. That was way too far forward for Sneaky though, he shouldn't have been that far up. But it is good that we have Uber advantage here. Do we get forced or something? I'm wondering how we lose this round, because spoilers, we do lose this round. Because they don't have Uber now. We have Uber and they don't. I called Uber into them. We go. Oh, I see. Yeah, we didn't have enough people with us for the Uber, so we get a lot of nice damage, but we don't get on their medic, and now they have advantage. And the way the time works, it just happens to work out for them. And I get, again, like Feint did a really good job of. Those are nice stuff, okay, but yeah, Feint did a really good job of getting backsteps at like really valuable times, like times where like I wouldn't be able to look for him, because, you know, at that moment I really had to be stemming the point. If I was turning around or something, like it would have hurt my team. So that was a really nice double backstab by Rainy though, but let's see what happens here. We have Uber now. Oh, our medic got backstabbed. Yep, that's how you lose a round that's this close, you know? All it takes is a couple medic picks. Like you can see, compared to the rounds we won, our medic died just a couple too many times here. And it's just, that's such an important priority on Viaduct. Yeah, that's why I think Feint's a very good spy, because he got picked at such crucial times, you know? Like, times where both it would lose us the round if he got them, and where because of what was going on in the round, i.e. the rest of his team putting up a really aggressive fight, we couldn't really focus on the spy in that particular moment. So, like, spies who are listening, that's when you should try to strike, like, when in the transitions where their team really can't be paying attention to you. So as you see, I'm hugging the left now because I know that their sniper likes to go on that cliff side now. Like, I saw him do that. And I'm doing decent damage while not getting sniped, while not taking any damage from their sniper, which lets me put out more damage, so we win this round. And I see a slight opportunity, so I go for the slight chase. Do I get caught out here? Yeah, I do. I think I got caught on something, or maybe that sticky that I shot at the wall, if that had hit their heavy, it would have bounced him back. I just slightly underestimated the ability of the heavy to kill me, and then Sneaky challenges him and doesn't realize that the medic is healing him at that exact moment. So their medic actually got out and has Uber. Ours does too. The problem is we don't have any combo classes up, so I'm calling for everyone who's up to cluster around our medics, so that if they force us, at least we have something that can do something. We go back into fight this now. Both teams Uber at roughly the same time. We do get some good picks though, but again, you see Feint comes in at like the perfect time. Like, there's really nothing I can be doing with that. Like, that's just not a time where I can afford to be turning around, because it's where I'm putting up the most damage, and that's like what a really good spy will do. Demo is definitely one of the classes that spies are good against. I think it's kind of a counter in Highlander. I hear that he's right here though, that's kind of funny. Yeah. So I said we should just be re-pushing now. We know they don't have Uber. We know that we got a lot of kills, so just go. Go, man, yeah. I get kind of destroyed here though. I think people didn't really go in fast enough, like our flank classes. Like, our soldier probably needed to like jump in ahead of us to get some kills, so we lose a lot of dudes. Luckily for us, we can re-push pretty quickly because we have better spawns. Unluckily for us, our medic died, so bit of a trade. But we do get some really nice kills. We get their scout, their sniper, their I don't remember who else. Maybe oh yeah, their engineer, I think. And we got their NG again. So what we should be doing here now is, we know that they have Uber advantage. We should be trying to bait them into using it. Like, I see they have Uber here, right? So I force them. And because they have so few people, I'm able to live. Like, if they had more people there, I definitely would have died to get that force, but I don't even have to because of how many they were down. And yeah, obvious spy is obvious. You know, even good spies will sometimes look like idiots occasionally. That's how the class works. I take a little too much damage there, but in my defense, I think our team is definitely letting that heavy get too aggressive. We're gradually recapping this point, but we're down numbers. But again, we have the spawn advantage, so we can do this. That's not the scout. He's obviously dead winging, because that player would not have killed him unless he was like 10 health. That was their medic. Nice shot, tech. So that's huge for us. They're going for the force now. I know that. I die here, which is not ideal, but our team should really be trying to block this point without using Uber, because we have such numbers. Like, if our medic just heals people now, we could easily block this. And I think that's exactly what we're doing. Yeah, so good job by our team. Sneaky gets backstab. Yeah, again, Feint with really well-timed picks, because now their team can recap the point, because Sneaky was really the only one on it to stop them. You see, like, their spy and scout capped it. There's no way a fucking spy and scout can cap the point if our heavy was on it. Obviously, we want to repush quickly. Oh yeah, this is really unfortunate. This is what loses us this round. Cabler takes half a second too long to Uber me, and their sniper body shots me from cliff, so I'm not able to chase, and Ninja doesn't realize that, so he goes in and dies without me with him. And then Cabler gets sniped by the very same sniper. That series of events right there is what loses us this round. And it just goes to show when the rounds are this close, like one little mistake like that, you just get snowballed. So I realized today we were revenge now, so I'm calling for my team to sack for their medic. Someone called their medic was on the point, which he most definitely was not. He was way behind it.
Ends in 60 seconds.
Yeah, fuck you, Johnny. Fuck you, Johnny. Johnny called that. So we're waiting for numbers now. They have advantage here though, and time advantage. So I think what we want to do is push right now, right before they get Uber. Try to bully them out, and then have them push back in with Uber later. But like, it's not really working out because right before we go, yeah, and their sniper has the spot that he had not used once all game. So it's really important to rotate. But yeah, definitely. You can see how important it is to not have your flank classes die right before your combo pushes, because Like, if we had gone with everyone, maybe we would have done something better. I think our scout and soldier died right before we got there. Just like your flank has to kind of time it right to not go like at that exact moment. So again, they have Uber, we do not. This round is pretty much dead time because they're going to be able to hold on to Uber until...
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Overtime.
So, yeah, we got some nice kills. I looked away for a second. Did we force their Uber, Cabler? I mean, not Cabler, Johnny. Yeah, I'm not sure. So, if they have Uber, this is not good for us, because even though we got kills, maybe they had advantage, but they didn't have it yet. But even so, that's still bad, because they literally just have to cap it once. And it's easy to recap the point after an Uber if it's a bad Uber, but it's really hard to keep them from capping. Yeah, like, they pop right here, and we can't let them cap, and that's so hard to keep them from doing. So you notice I can't run all the way back. I have to go for this, but the chances of it working out are extremely low. I killed their medic, but that's not really a priority pick in this situation. It's just who I happen to shoot when I was spamming the point. And we gradually lose this, and I don't know if it quite dawns on Skag that we're about to lose the round because he doesn't sound the point to block it. Whoops. Anyways, that's the first half, so at this moment we're down 3-2. We have to win 2 rounds in a row to come back. Let's see if we can do it. Some people might already know the answer. I'm gonna fast forward to see if I can find when the next round starts, Johnny.
Hey, Stuck.
Obviously we're a little... not yet. I mean, obviously we're a little bit disappointed because we were up 2-1. Then we lost a round. We kind of threw around away with a stupid situation and then went down to 2-2. And then we got kind of wrecked that last round. Go to tick 131,000, Johnny.
Alright. One, 3, 1, 0, 0, 0.
Yeah, and I should say something about our team. We can play kind of sloppy when we're ahead or whenever a game's just starting, but we're very good at coming back when we're behind in a game, which I think you'll see here. Like, we play a lot tighter in the second half.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, we really make up for a lot of our mistakes. Are you ready? Okay, count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. So yeah, we have to win 2 rounds in a row, so, you know, I say it's a very doable team, we just have to play perfectly. We can do this. So again, same thing. I know their demo's going to do that fast rollout. I hit him with the early sticky every time, and that's pretty good for us. Unfortunately, Johnny kind of makes a mistake here, I think. Like, he should have known that their sniper was going cliff from now on, so he shouldn't have gone that far to the right.
Twice, or 3 times,
yep.
I don't remember.
Yeah, like, that's just a... We still win this round, this mid-fight, I think. Barely. I go back for health because I realize I can. Did Cabler die? I think he did. Yeah, I think he got spicicled, so I didn't notice it at the time. So that's a bit unfortunate. Luckily, we keep them from capping mid, and then Tix sees an opportunity and gets a really nice kill on their medic. Tix was really on point with the medic picks this game. I think he got 6, which... The only person who got as many med picks in the game was me, but I was just getting med picks when we had like a better Uber and I chased and just hit like easy stickies. Tix was the one who was hitting like not guaranteed medic picks that were like really difficult and impressive. So really, I think there's a really good example of that in one of these rounds that you'll see. Hey. Definitely Tix is one of the most important members of our team for those who haven't really followed our team that much. He's not very well known, but he does a lot that doesn't necessarily show up on the scoreboard unless you look really carefully. So, yeah, we paused, I think, because... Why did we pause again? Was it because tech was lagging really bad?
Tech was lagging, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say right here. It's a pretty quick pause, so I don't think we need to fast forward past it. We can just wait. I'll use this time to just say, we have this 30-second time advantage, so we know that if we just trade back and forth naturally, we will still win the round. Like, if we trade the point back every 30 seconds or so, we'll win. But... So we just can't afford to make a really catastrophic mistake. Like, let's say there's an even Uber exchange and then suddenly they kill our medic. Like, if we can avoid like super lopsided exchanges where they kill our medic or me or Sneaky and we don't get any of those same classes on their team, we should be fine in this round, because when you win the initial mid, you have that kind of cushion of like, as long as we don't play horribly worse than them for the rest of the round, we win it automatically. On a map like Viaduct, like on another map that might not be true because the impetus is on you to keep, like on a 5CP with a mid fight, the impetus is still on you to keep pushing, and you have to not only win the mid fight but also do well, like, continuing to push on to 2 and last, and if you fail those instantly, it's back around. But on Viaduct, like since capturing mid's the only objective, once you have it, it's just like such a cushion of insurance. So, yeah. There we go. So we're back in this game. They're trying to push him without Uber, which is a good call, but Sneaky has this really good plan of standing on the cliff, so he doesn't have to take heals, and yet he can still put out just as much damage as they're heavy. So that was a nice position by him, which he can afford to do because we have the point. And our main goal here now is not just let them like ninja cap it, and we're doing that. Yeah, so now we have our 2 minute and 30-second time advantage has turned into a 2 minute time advantage. And I don't want to mitigate the fact that their team got 3 rounds off of us in this game, and it was really close. But I think you see the rounds that we lost them were really close and we just made one mistake, whereas suddenly we have these rounds where we're like pulverizing them. We just play so much better. So I mean, I'd like to do that all the time, but you know, I guess we can't really do that. So, did I just kill their pyro with a roller? I completely didn't notice that. Okay. Yeah, we're still holding this. We want to recap it fast. I know there's a soldier behind us. I try to save our medic, but in running away from the soldier, he walks on that mini on China, which I somehow missed up until now. And then I missed with shots because I'm awful. Dude, I swear to God, pills just like warp through minis.
It's weird. They're so small.
Ask any good player. It's just like, it's a fact. Or ask me, because I'm not a good player. No, just kidding. I'm the best. Fuck you. Anyways, so they're pushing in without like an advantage, so I know that we can at least afford to get some damage on them, but I really need help with this heavy. I'm doing a lot of damage to him, but I start lagging a little bit here. Luckily I stay alive. They didn't press that advantage, and I did a little bit of like hectic dodging. Oh, yeah. Sniper is sniper, you know, there's not a lot you can do in situations like that where you have an objective that doesn't involve killing the sniper. Staying out of it, like their main objective was to kill the mini and chase their team out, and that's kind of incompatible with like staying out of sniper sight lines, you know. Most of the time you want to choose just to stay out of sniper sight lines, but again, that's not always possible. I think they crits in there, but Rainey backstabbed their demo as soon as they crits in, so that's huge. So I thought we could focus their heavy there as he pushed up, but I guess either no one else saw that or they were on the other side of the map. I do think we should play together though in situations like this because you can like seize on a pick like that more easily. But still, we have Uber advantage, and K-Blair does some nice survival stuff, thingies. And now we're pushing in with Uber advantage. I think we know they're still on crits. And this is the problem with crits. Like if the other team plays smart, you're not going to get their medic, and then they're going to have an Uber to push right back in. And we actually do a really good job of muscling them out without even having to pop. I think that's the first time we've done that all game. Sneaky and Tix overextend a little bit, but it's not the end of the world because our Uber will stall for them to get back up, and there's a Kelly, I think, still. So, I guess they crits in, so we Uber in because we realize their medic's still close, and of course we shit on them. Maybe our Uber gets forced, and we go to try to kill him and we realize they're overextend. I don't remember what the logic was behind that, but whatever the case, it works out for us. And yeah. Spy gets me. That's honestly a time where I could have been looking for a spy because I was like reloading and not really doing anything. So that was my bad. We're losing people, but again, we realize we have such a huge advantage in time. There's no need to throw this away. We would be playing very differently if they had like 10 seconds left as well, but you don't have to play as aggressive if you know that you have the time advantage. It's just like, it should change the way you play. I think we realized that we have a small Uber advantage. It's not huge, but we killed their sniper here, so we can start spamming them in and trying to work in for free. And we got their scout. He was going down a lot this game. So I'm trying to work my way in. They actually, they switched to quick fix with just a little time left. Unfortunately for them, quick fix versus Uber. Uber will generally win. The advantage of quick fix is in the healing before the Uber, but it's not in what happens once you have the Uber. Tix killed their medic again. We recap. I should be reloading Sticky's here, which I am now. I call to focus the heavy, which we try to do, but apparently fail at. they're gonna recap it, but it's gonna hit overtime before, so we literally just need to touch it. They're playing very well now because they're getting desperate, but and sometimes desperation on a map like this is good because it leads to everyone pushing in together. And yeah, 6 was behind them, spawn camping, he killed their demo, so I probably want to push right now. But yeah, again, we have such a time advantage, we can afford not to lose this. And I want to push in right now, I think, because 6 killed their demo, and that's such a big pick. He might be back there by now already, though, because we're kind of taking a while. I don't know what the reasoning behind this is. Yeah, I guess we wait a little too long. And then we get the call from Rainy that they're still on quick fix, so we want to wait until we have a full Uber, because we're definitely going to have time to have that. I think that might be what it is.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
Yeah, they hit their quick fix. I'm lagging really bad right here, but I managed to get out, meet up with their med. We're about to push back in with Uber. Again, this is the time where I'm very vulnerable against the spy. I could have been looking for him right there, but luckily I don't get backstabbed, so we win the round. I got a little close for comfort near the end. I think quick fix is actually pretty good in situations like that, but we managed to close it out in the end. We'll close out the round. There's one more round to go. So now it's tied 3-3. Whoever wins this last round. Yep. We'll see what happens. I'm lagging a little bit at this point.
Important.
Yeah. Johnny makes the same mistake here, walks into the sniper's sight line. And I'm lagging very badly on this mid, and Stones basically wins the mid for them. Like, what can we do? Sometimes that'll happen. So, we're instantly at a disadvantage in this round, because Stone's got a 4K at mid. But, at the same time we realize, you know, we got our medic out. This is still very possible. All we have to do is just keep going. Hold on. Yeah, anyways, sorry, I was just answering the same message. Yeah, so I see an opportunity to get some free spammage on them. And they pop before us, which is always good for us when we're on offense. I bounce their medic back in, Johnny deals with him while we deal with their heavy, gets stuck behind us. We did a really good job here of isolating players on their team and getting kills and keeping them from being able to save everyone in the Uber. Now it's very important more than anything that we keep our medic alive, because we have such an advantage in numbers, but the kind of classes up on their team are people who could go for our medic feasibly, like you see that soldier on the right. But we do a good job here. We play around our medic, which is what's really necessary. If it were just me and Cabler and the rest of our team was off flanking and doing dumb shit, the soldier would see, you know, there's no heavy there revved up or no pyro there to air blast, and he'd be like, you know, fuck this, I'm going in, and then he'd kill our medic. It's like, almost certainly before I could stop him, unless our medic hit like the surf of a lifetime. So, yeah. We have an Uber advantage now, and somehow I hit their demo with enough spam that Six is able to finish him off with like long range spam as well. I think he got either a little ahead of his team or his team was a little behind him, but works out.
Control point is being captured.
Stand on the
Yeah, I went forward because I got the call that that sniper was there, and I thought that he was too far ahead of the rest of this team. It was a risk. Luckily it went well. My team would probably be yelling at me if it didn't go well, so honestly I can't really evaluate how good an idea that was, but it worked out is the point. So, oh, I didn't notice that spy there. Luckily, Johnny caught him out. Good job. So we let them walk in a little too far on this right side. That's a really good way to avoid Ubering early if you can, to like shift over into the opposite side. Unfortunately for us here, I'm extremely low on ammo. And right when I go to get ammo, their pyro chases him. That was a really good play by Velocity. As a lot of the weaker classes, like, you know, like a pyro or something. Oh, yeah. I have to stop and talk about that. That pick won us the game because I called, you know, anyone who's still alive has to go for their medic right now to equalize it. And Tix was literally the only player on our team in a position. By himself, he got the medic. So that was a ridiculously important play by him.
We were all like cheering about that one. That was cool.
That play basically sealed the game for us. But anyway, as I was saying before, and I guess 5 hits. So yeah, as a player like a Pyro or something, you can't just like push in whenever you want to, like choose to get super aggro whenever you want to. You have to look for holes, like their heavy's unrevved, or their demo's looking away, or their medic walks a little bit out of the way of the rest of the team so you can do enough damage to him before his team saves him, you know? You can't just like go in 24/7, you have to like look for those weaknesses, and they will appear, and then that's when you get aggressive as fuck. Their scout honestly did not do that great a job of focusing this map. I feel like there were a lot of situations like that where he could have killed me, but I don't know, he dilly-dallied or something. So, we're in a great situation here. I think they might have Uber too, but yeah, again, we have Uber. Cabler, oh maybe they don't have Uber, but yeah, Cabler pops way too early here because he thinks they're closer. Luckily, when I bomb in, their medic is still close enough for me to kill him. That was kind of a funny series of events how that worked out, because a mistake turned into something fortunate, because if we hadn't popped, I never would have done that, and then their medic wouldn't have died there. So, you know, it's funny how sometimes things turn out in your favor. Okay, a lot of the situations where you see me deliberately, like, spy check a lot, are when I know he's the only class that's up that can really truck us. Oh god. That was horrible lag.
Probably, like, frozen midair for him to headshot you.
Yeah, no, my internet is not ideal, and Stone punished me for it, as he should. But, yeah. Again, we have Uber advantage. There's 29 seconds left for us. There's no way this should be a lose for us unless we, again, fuck it up horribly. So, I'm still a little laggy, but that's okay. We don't really need to even achieve much of the super, we just need to force them out and then have the better time. We decided to keep chasing a little bit just because Ninja can. I don't keep going for their medic, and I get shut down there. I think Cabler could have done a better job of catching me there, but he's played really well overall this game. That's not the biggest deal. And Ninja, if you notice on the kill feed, chases all the way into their spawn to kill their medic, which in that situation was probably the right call because he felt very confident he could get it, since no one was up with their medic yet. So, at least that's what I think. I didn't see what happened, but I'm assuming that it was the right call to make and not just like a mistake on their team. So now this is what you have to do when there's so little time. Just sticky up the point and have your team play around it. If our team went ahead of the point right now and died, and then I was the last one up, I wouldn't be able to do a lot here. Because they're alive surrounding me, I have the freedom to put out damage, and they can just clean up everything that I shoot. And that's going to be the game. I'm 90% sure. Yeah, their soldier kills their medic here, but again, in this situation, the medic is like not an important tick at all, because he's not the one who's going to keep you from capping. Unless he hits every Uber Star or something. But yeah, so that's the game. I think we did a really good job in the second half of making up for the mistakes. Not to take anything away to DK, they actually played very well that game. Especially their sniper and spot. So that's the demo review. I'm wondering if anyone has any questions that they want to ask right before I go. Probably going to leave in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll have to give that one some time.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Thank you, Doctor!
I feel like the caster should be just casting our games every single week because they're almost always really close.
Well, that's our team's fault.
Yeah.
Our team has a habit of playing exactly to our team's strength, which benefits us a lot when we're against GC or ET, but not so much when we're against like UBS or Wonderful. Maybe not Wonderful. I don't think we jumped against Wonderful.
Yeah, we haven't really scrimmed them though, so.
Yeah, they haven't
on like gravel pit.
Yeah. They haven't scrimmed that much at all, to be honest. So Nessie Ren says, "What do you want your teammates to think about when they are waiting to respawn?" I don't know exactly what he means by that. Like what do you think he means?
When they're dead, like what should be going through their heads?
You know, how did I die? Why did I die? What could I have done to avoid it? And also, like, what am I gonna do when I spawn? I don't want them to like unthinking just kind of run out and die on a map like Vidoc right when they spawn. They should like try to coordinate with the rest of their team. Results last week that surprised me. I'm surprised that MTS won by as much as they did. I thought they'd beat Psyop, so I thought it'd be like a 4-2. I'm surprised that UBS took a round off of ET. Good job for them. Predictions for next predictions for next week. I guess I'd say that us versus GC. I'm not going to predict that, but I think ET will beat MTS. It's ET versus MTS in the other one, right? I think ET's going to win that pretty handily. In the lower bracket, I think Psyops is going to beat UBS, and on Gully Wash, I think Murder Force has the edge on DK on any other map. or on most of the maps, I'd say DK actually had the edge, like if it were a more Highlander-y map, but that one could still be kind of close. And then, no, Demo Knight is not viable. More questions?
It's okay, I got Kirby music playing. Fine.
I'm gonna give it like 5 to 10 more minutes and then I'm gonna go, but any more questions and I will answer them. If you want me to go more into depth in our match, I think it depends because our sniper's having computer issues, and in general our team doesn't always practice with our 9, which on the one hand means that we do a lot better once our 9 get here, but on the other hand means that if a couple of those players didn't get a lot of practice with us, they might mess up because they don't know how we play the map. Like, because I always try to have a map review and go over how we should play the map, and if like 6 of the 9 players on our team were really on that page, but then like a couple who weren't around as much aren't, that could hurt us. But I think if all of us show up like versus GC, it's really just a question of like, if Max doesn't completely destroy us and if I don't lag really horribly. And I think if those don't happen, we have a definite shot.
That first one, actually both of those are kind of like, they have a pretty good chance of happening, you know.
I am pretty cursed when it comes to playoffs. I mean, remember Axia last season?
Oh god.
Huey Lewis is wondering if we're going to play next season. A, it depends, I don't really know, and B, I don't know who the we is because our team could very much still be around next season, but who knows how many of the same people. My guess is Sneaky probably won't play next season, I'm not sure, but he has like life stuff. And Skag, I know, is probably going to go play Spy for Davey C's team because he just really wants to give Spy a season and he likes switching his class every season. I think we might get Sigafu back on NG though, because I don't think Murder Force is necessarily going to be around, and if it's not, I'd love to get Sigafu back, and I've talked to him about that. So if that happens, I'd definitely love to play next season, because Sigafu is one of the best teammates I've ever had, and I'd love to play with him again. As for Tech getting a new motherboard, I think he's trying to make it work with what he has. Like, he's getting issues, but he's trying to make it work, and if it doesn't, he's going to go to a LAN center to play the match. And if we can't get Tech, I was going to try to get Napalm to ring for the match, but I don't know if I can get Napalm because it's up to Valen, and Valen could just veto it. But I might talk to the admins and see if I can get him like added to the roster just as an emergency, because I think they have the power to do that, but they don't usually. Try is not going to snipe, nor do I think he could at that level. I'm sorry, Huey. I love Try, he's an amazing soldier, but he's not a sniper.
Particularly against Max, it's going to be a bit difficult.
Any tips for people relatively new to playing Highlander? Practice your class, try not to tunnel vision, and practice other you should practice some other classes too. Find good teammates that you like to play with. And never give up and think that, never think that, the level you've reached is good enough. Like, don't be like, oh, I finally made it to silver. Like, silver isn't the end, keep going, It's never enough, and you should be on a team that feels the same way. Like, if you beat a team, but you play really poorly and you just win because the other team's terrible, don't be like, oh, we won, so whatever, it doesn't matter. No, always think about how your team could improve, always. Never take it sitting down. And I think, in terms of casting our match this week, I think our match has the most potential to be close of the 2 games in the upper brackets between us and ET. Between us and the ET MTS game. People expect MTS to step up in playoffs, but realistically, I don't know if Squid's even going to show up. Actually, I think he might because he's coming back, but I don't know. I just don't see their rosters being quite as scary as it was last season. Like, Pretzel was better than Skyrola. Fathom was better than Katsy. Marissa's a lot less into the game than she was last season. She's still really good at most of the time, but not always. Noko, same thing, not as into the game as last season. Just in general, even Panic kind of the same. So I think that ET will probably win that game, barring a terrible problem. I feel like we have more of a chance of upsetting. Not that I'm saying it'll happen, but I think our game will be a tiny bit closer. Maybe it could be like a 5-2, 5-3. But I think DK versus Murder Force could be a really good game too. So one of those two, I think. Kimmy asks, is it true if I have 10,000 hours in TF2? If you're going by what the page says, I actually have 15,000 in TF2. But that's because I literally never close my game. I literally leave my TF2 open overnight and leave my computer on. because I'm that lazy and I want to have it open like an extra 10 seconds. Or, I mean, not have to worry about that. It's just a bad habit of mine as well. And, I'm not insecure about what it says on my page, and people shit-talking me because of it. If you actually add up my actual played hours, it's still pretty ridiculous. It's like 3,400 played hours, which is like class hours, which is more than a lot of people, but still less than others like Banny or Polk or Hildreth, so it's not ridiculous for someone who's been playing since 2009, so I don't know. I still play the game a shit ton, but I don't know. I'm gonna take like 1 or 2 more questions and then call it, because, yeah, good demo review, guys.
Good job, team.
Can you stream? Can your stream hear you now, Johnny?
Yeah, I unmuted myself a while ago.
Oh, okay, good. Did they hear you at all during the demo review, like when you were talking about getting sniped all the time?
The second half, yeah, basically.
Okay, because I thought I'd sound like a total dick if I was talking to myself, like, oh Johnny's getting sniped again. And like they didn't hear you being like, yeah, I know. But yeah. So yeah, I'm not getting a ton more questions in chat, so I'm just gonna say we're done for now. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I think that's pretty much it, Johnny. You can keep streaming your like pub stuff and turn spy check back on and all that stuff.
Yeah. Stream tomorrow. Stream time. Whatever that is. I don't know if it's on the group yet.
Yeah, Rainy's lazy. He'll post it eventually. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.